Just thought while I'm having a break, I was going to watch another movie, but I was having trouble with the software. But I think it charged me twice for the same movie because it went through and then it asked for it again on Apple TV. I don't know why it's done that, but anyway. But I just thought you might find this interesting because people probably don't know what the NDIS is or why people have gone through problems have given it to recover. But I'll try and explain why I need it and why I'm having trouble because I'm not really disabled anymore. I've sort of recovered, but I still am displaced or disadvantaged from my lifestyle. So I'm not living the life I should. I'm living a very poverty-stricken life where I don't have money, any opportunities, any jobs, any friends. I've a few, probably a handful of friends. I see a little bit, but I don't really have much going for me. So it's hard for me to get on and get the things I want out of life when I can't get work and I can't get money to do the things I want to do. So I'm having to borrow or take things off the street or, mum bought me a laptop and a TV and just things I need. But I'll explain why I need them and my expenses. I don't mind sharing this because everyone does expenses. It doesn't matter. It's not any great secret. But these are my sort of expenses if you can read them. At the moment, I'm probably paying about, this is monthly, right? So, hang on, 300 rent. What's 300 rent? Where'd that come from? 300 rent, hang on. Hang on. 300. Hang on, I'll have to start again. I think I'll have to start again because I've done the rent wrong. Hang on, where is it? Sorry, that's per week. So this is how I imagine. So rent per week is 300. So per month, you're looking for a rental is about $1,200 for a very cheap rent, And $300 would be how my rent would be now. If I was working, it would go up to about probably $300 or something. So then the internet I'm paying plus that covers all the. So this is my rent per week. If I was working, this is how much money I'd need if I was working. So rent per week and then per month is at $1,200. Internet about $150 once I factor in my other expenses like antiviruses and other things. Mobile's about $30. That's a real basic one I'm on. Spotify, I'm still on the student version, which is about $7. Prime, which is the movies I watch, is about $13. So this doesn't include any rentals or any movies I buy, but that might be an extra, $100 or something. Groceries and food per month, I'm thinking probably about 600. I usually go through about 150 a week. Takeaway can be around probably 400, depends if I go out much. Petrol's pretty expensive, so probably 150 a week, so about 600 per month. The car, other things are oil and things I need to do with the car, probably 300 a month. Savings and holiday and equipment and presents for people, socialising. Savings for things I need around the home, I might need to repair something, might get a speeding fine or something, so that would probably be about 300 a month. So all up, that's about 2,200 there so far. Plus clothing and stuff, probably 300 a month. And home things like plates that might break or whatever. So all up, 2,500 plus the 1,700 up here. Up there, that's 1,700. So those two together is about $4,200 a month. That's probably my total. If I was working, that's how much I'd have to live on just to survive, basically. And I haven't even put in my power and water bill, which isn't a lot, but that might be an extra $100 or something. But so if we flip over, this is currently what I'm on. So we'll start down here. I get about 1,300 a fortnight in my pension, which is about $650 a week. And after rent, I get about $850 in my bank account per fortnight. So after, I also have an advance I took out, which is a loan you can take out, which is like an advance payment from this money. So I'm having to pay that back. So after all that, I get about $725 per fortnight in my account to spend on whatever I need. Mostly it goes to food, bills, internet, mobile, that kind of stuff. So basically I'm getting $450 in my pocket per month to spend. Yeah. So really, if you look up here then, so I'm getting $1,450 a month, plus the $450 per fortnight for my rent, which is current, not if I was working. This is being unemployed on a pension. So that adds up to about $900 a month, my rent. So add that together, you get about $2,350 per month, plus my $250 advance per month. So that ends up $2,600, which is, there you go, my income, which is $1,300 a fortnight. And then this is what I need per month to live if I was working, which is about $2,100, because this pension doesn't really cover all my expenses. I struggle to get this pension money here per fortnight lasts about 3 days for me, and then I run out of money. I can't afford anything. I have to sit around home for 10 days doing nothing, basically, or walk around or go to see a friend or something. I've only got like about 3 or 4 friends. They get sick of me after a while. So basically I need another $1,600 more needed, which funnily enough is how much the NDIS is. I get about 20 grand a year to spend, which when you factor it down is about $1,538 per month. So that's about how much I need, and that's how much I get on the NDIS. So really, I'm getting what I need if I was working, which I'm not. But at the moment they're telling me I can't spend my NDIS because I'm not disabled, but I wasn't born with a disability. I just suffered trauma through mental health for about 15, 20 years. I missed out on all my life meeting people and creating relationships that were meaningful. So now I sort of don't really have many friends. I've just got a few from the mental health system who are nice people, but I don't have a lot in common with them to go and have a lot of fun and do the things I want to get out of life. A lot of the time we just go out and have meals and things. It's not really, I've got to plug in my power. I love them. They're nice people, but we don't do much. All the things I want to do in life. I want to go out in the outdoors and challenge myself, and they're sort of happy in their comfort zone, sort of just doing what they're doing. As far as I know, they're still medicated and wanting to do those sort of things. I'm sure they understand, because I've spoken to them before, how much I'd want to get out and meet new people and get out and explore, maybe helping the environment or replanting rainforest or building a new computer or doing all this sort of stuff. And they're happy, relaxing, playing golf and seeing their friends and doing a bit of music and writing, and they're fairly content doing that, whereas I'm not content living that kind of life. I want to move on and do something more away from mental health. And so you see my predicament. I'm having a lot of trouble getting a job to earn this sort of money, this money here, which is about, where did I write it? I wrote it down somewhere. It's about probably that much per week, about $1,050 a week I need to earn, which is a bit less than double what I'm currently getting. So I'm getting probably $850 a fortnight, and I should be getting $10.50 a week to live on. so I can live this 4,200 lifestyle. That's just very basic stuff. That's not even really affording car repairs. Really, I'd have to save up for that. I haven't even factored in the fact I've got 2 cars and I've got regos, insurance, all that sort of stuff. You know, I can't really afford those. Somehow I manage it. I go without things I need, and I only just bought a pair of shoes the other day for the first time in years. You know. And I'm mostly overqualified for a lot of jobs. I should really just be a prince, really, like a king of Australia or something. It's not like I'm sort of too skilled and too overqualified, but I don't have any certificates. You know, I can't just go and study things I already know. To get a certificate, I'll just be bored shitless and want to leave. You know, they'll be like teaching me like to tie my shoelaces when I already know how to build a house or something. You know, it's very hard for me to find a job because I'll probably sound arrogant, which I'm not. I'm just in need of some help. You know what I mean? I hope you understand where I'm coming from, you know. This is sort of where I am, $1,300, you know, $1,300. And this is where I should be, $4,200 or $2,100 a fortnight. So I should be sort of getting this. And this is sort of what I do get with the NDIS included, but they want me to spend it on counselling services and things. I don't need any of that. I counsel other people, I help other people, but I don't expect to get paid for it because they're just my friends and that. So why would I want to profit from someone else's miseries, you know, which a lot of the time aren't their fault? I'd much rather be doing a meaningful job. I tried cleaning a pub and the vomit and the spew and the shit all over the floor, and I've got a very weak stomach being single so long. I can't do that. I was gagging and throwing up myself, you know, under that pressure to do all that, and there's shit all over the floor and it's all caked on. You got to sort of scrape it up, and well, it was just disgusting, the poo and the vomit and stuff after those heavy weekends. I need to do something where I know this is a bad example, seeing my TV, but, you know, with a bit of guidance, I would have known not to sort of cut that corner with the scraper and not broken the corner. So this is what happens when you're single. You got no one around to back you up. You got no one to watch your back and say, look, you know, don't do that. Take it to Samsung. You know, you trust your own judgment, and often you're a little bit off. I mean, I have done stuff like this before and fixed things, and they worked. So I didn't worry too much. I thought it'd probably be simple. It just pops off, you know. If they are designed to go to Samsung with a warranty, they shouldn't have clips that you can just clip off. They should have some sort of special design screw that only Samsung can open. I mean, why allow it so you can just look on YouTube, look up a thing and just take the back of the panel of your telly off and break it in the process, you know. I'm not blaming anyone, but, you know, a bit of common sense needs to be brought back in the world, I think. I think we're just all a bunch of numbnuts. And anyway, so anyone questioning me why I have NDIS, you know, it's because I need that income to survive, to get me through to the end of the month or the end of the fortnight, because I can't afford it just on a pension. It's not enough money. It's barely enough to pay rent. I'm lucky I get this unit just to pay rent, which is not much. It's like $120 a week or something, or whatever it is, two something a week. And I mean, these aren't exact figures; these are rounded off. So, and what you know, they're close, but you know, this last figure, I probably haven't factored in my electric bill, so it should be probably 1,600 on the dot or something, you know. So I think I get about 40 grand for 2 years or something with this. So, but I don't know the exact figure. But it ends up being about the income of a, you know, regular person struggling on a minimal wage. So, yeah. So don't hate at me just because I buy a projector, you know. It's the only thing keeping me happy at the moment. So it's helping my mental state. And living alone is very hard when you don't have anyone to stimulate you. You're just stimulated by your own work all the time. It's exhausting thinking up things for yourself all the time to do to try and get through the day, you know. So this is what I've got at the moment, but I'm planning on trying to do an art gallery with this, and I've got this other little projector I want to use here, this Super 8 one. So yeah, so hopefully it all works out. But I don't know if I'll make money out of it. I might make a friend. There might be something I'll get out of it, hopefully. Not just sitting here by myself all day, you know. Anyway, signing off. I might go to bed. I might watch a movie. I might just go to bed, I think.